In project management, just one planning mistake can lead to cost overruns, delays, or even a project's complete failure. And it's not just about money. Trust and reputation are also on the line. Hi, I'm Anna, Planner Manager at Tecam. I will guide you through the key steps we follow to plan, control and monitor every stage of our projects. Good planning is what keeps projects on time, under control and within budget. It's the backbone that brings teams together, manages resources smartly, and keeps risks in check. Planning isn't just guessing the future, it's creating a clear, smart path to success. Today, we will talk about why planning is so important in engineering and emission treatment projects, and how to avoid the most common mistakes. Why is planning crucial in engineering projects? In engineering, planning is where everything starts. It's how we turn big ideas into real projects. Good planning makes sure challenges don't turn into chaos. It brings structure, coordination, and clarity. Without solid planning, projects often face unexpected costs, missed deadlines, team coordination problems, or trouble meeting standards or regulations. In our industry, where things move fast and technology keeps changing, these problems can quickly get out of hand. As an example of how crucial proper planning is, we can look at a common issue in our field. This is misjudging the delivery time for specialized components, whether it's a new technology or a custom item with long lead times. Without a proper forecast, we may end up prioritizing the wrong equipment, purchasing unnecessary items that arrive too early and sit idle in storage, while waiting on critical components that arrive late. This creates a bottleneck, delays the project, and incurs additional costs, the storage fees for unused equipment, and the cost of rescheduling labor due to waiting for delayed items that can seriously harm profitability. Another scenario where a proper schedule is critical is on-site work. If, for example, complexity of a particular installation or the required resources, workforce, and tools aren't accounted for in detail, it can result in unexpected delays. Even the smallest unaccounted for resource can lead to days of delay, impacting project milestones and ultimately project profits. Good planning covers 5 main points. First one would be knowing the product. You need to fully understand what you're manufacturing. Every product, especially in emissions treatment, has its own technical needs and challenges. Knowing this from the start helps build a solid schedule. The second one would be understanding the project timeline. It's short, medium, or long-term project. Knowing this shapes everything from how fast decisions must be made to how resources are managed. Third one would be to have clear goals and KPIs. Everyone needs to know the targets. Specific, measurable goals help teams stay focused and track progress clearly. 4 would be having the right tools. At Tecam, we use Primavera P6, a great tool that helps us keep everything organized, from engineering to construction. Having the right project management software ensures better coordination between teams, improves visibility across all phases, and ultimately leads to successful project delivery. Choosing the right tools is not just a convenience, it's a key factor for achieving excellence. 5 will be checking available resources and budget. You have to know what you have: people, equipment, and money. Missing resources later means urgent buying or hiring at high costs. Good planning helps you predict when you might need extra support and prepare ahead. This last point of examining really carefully your resources with your master schedule might lead into real mayhem if ignored. Imagine a company that has traditionally completed projects in about 1 year, completing yearly about 2 or 3 of them. When it suddenly takes on 10 contracts with identical 1-year deadlines, the company fails to account for the strain on its resources. Without consolidating the schedules, they end up overwhelmed, causing delays. A simple global schedule would have allowed them to allocate resources more efficiently and keep everything on track. What are the advantages of efficient planning? When you plan well, you get huge benefits, like lower costs. You avoid last-minute surprises. On-time delivery, you keep the project moving. Better teamwork, everyone knows what to do and when. Greener projects, smarter resource use means less waste. And safer work sites. Good planning leads to fewer accidents. One real example of cost reduction through on-time project delivery comes from one of our petrochemical clients in Spain. Thanks to careful planning, they avoided heavy fines for emissions by completing the project on schedule. Because everything was properly scheduled, the system was installed on time, passed all inspections smoothly, and the client avoided last-minute stress and unexpected expenses. After 20 years of planning industrial projects, we, at Tecam, can highlight 2 key lessons learned. Insights that you can use to master your own projects and avoid the mistakes we have encountered along the way. One of the most critical lessons we have learned is the importance of permitting in our planning. In our project, the permitting process was not given enough time, causing delays and the need to reschedule teams. The site couldn't begin construction without the proper permits, which led to work stoppages and additional costs. By contrast, in another of our projects, the team allowed for extra time in the schedule to account for potential delays in permitting process. This buffer meant that when permits were approved, we could start work right away, ahead of schedule, without any problems. Another valuable lesson came from a mistake in estimating the delivery time of critical components. A key piece of equipment was expected to arrive in time for installation, but was delayed, causing a halt in work while the team waited. We should have double-checked the lead times for key equipment more thoroughly, even when they appear to follow standard timelines. Our industry moves and changes quickly, and schedules must be constantly adjusted to reflect these shifts. Careful management of procurement timelines minimizes downtime and ultimately saves both time and money. At Tecam, we believe smart planning is the secret to successful projects. It makes everything smoother, cheaper, faster, and keeps our clients happy. Need help with your environmental or emissions treatment projects? Let's work together and make your processes more efficient from start to finish.